Hey y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Charles Vansel with C Van Lawn Care. I am coming out with a rant. I'm hoping that if I can stay on here long enough and live stream long enough, that I will hopefully pick somebody up that will be able to give me some advice. Um, yeah, they're going to cripple my business. I mean, nobody can find me anymore. I've worked all this time to build this site, but I mean, now it's gone. Hopefully, we can get some people in here. Be right back. I'm going to go mute this TV in the living room. All right, I'm back. Hey, Drew, how you doing? Hope this morning finds you well. It sure didn't me. Yeah, I'm on here hoping to find some advice to figure out how to get my Google business account open again. I mean, I'm a little bitty channel, only got a few subscribers, so I don't know that this is really going to do any good. Well, I've got a business license and everything, but it's registered to another property that I own. A few months ago, we actually moved to another house, and it's a lease. I mean, and the way the lease is done, all the bills are in the property owner's name, and he gets the bills and I pay them to him when I pay him every month. I have no bills in my name for this house. And I changed the address on my Google business account to this address, and they flagged me for, what they say, basically they said it was, my website had inappropriate contact or something like that. I don't remember exactly the wording the email used, but I did the whole, request to be reviewed and all that. I sent that email. This has been going on for a couple of days. I sent that email in and replied to what they said I needed. Then they said I needed a number off my business profile that was virtually impossible to get because it's suspended. I never was able to even get into my Google My Business account. Once I got in, I sent it to them. Then I wake up this morning to another email from them, and that's why I'm so hot right now and I'm on here ranting and raving. I wake up to another email from them talking about they need more information. They need a copy of my business license registered to this address, and I haven't got to that point yet. I mean, I'm in no big hurry because I own the property where it's registered to, and they want current bills with my name on them for this address. Well, I called them. I Googled and I found a phone number and I called them. And the first guy just hung up on me. I was upset, but he hung up on me because I told him, said, look, I don't have all this. So I immediately called back the next person. I am talking to them, and they said, well, that's just the way it goes. I mean, so I'm like, no, you guys need to fix this. I'm paying for my Google My Business account. I mean, I don't have an actual website. It's just a Google business account. I mean, but still, that's $15 a year I'm paying out of my pocket for them to just take it away from me on a whim. And it's like they're trying to make me beg to get it back. I mean, I'm not going to do it. I spent 2 years building that business page. It's got nothing but 5-star reviews on it for my lawn care business. I mean, I've worked my butt off. You Google lawn care near me for where I live at, only one company comes up above me on top rated, and they've been in the area for like 25 years. I mean, they're huge. There's no competing with them. But one of the things that Google said they're going to do to me, if they justify closing my Google My Business page, they're going to take everything away from me to do with Google. They're going to take my Google login account. They're going to take my Google email. They're going to take my YouTube channel because it's Google related under that. Everything connected with that account, the email set up for that account. They're taking it all from me. So I lose everything. Right now, I'm losing out on opportunities to do snow removal because nobody can find me. I mean, it's not snowing here right now. We've only had one snow so far. I'm here in Missouri. And a couple of days ago, we had a snow that I was able to clean the sidewalks and stuff with my backpack blower. We got one supposed to be coming in tomorrow that I can do the same thing. And yeah, Drew, that is messed up, but I don't know what I can do about it. I'm hoping that by being on here, I can get somebody to log in here, maybe chat with me and figure something out. But like I said, I'm just a little bitty guy on YouTube, and the algorithm don't push me because I don't have enough subscriptions or viewing hours and all that stuff. I mean, YouTube, the algorithm, it's not against little people. You just got to work your butt off to get to the point to where it notices you. Although on the plus side, I did post a short at like 1 o'clock yesterday morning, and that thing for a couple hours pretty much went viral, and it made like 1,600 views on it, but it's a short. It don't count. Yeah, the world just seems to be against us short guys, Drew. I mean, we're small. I mean, nobody notices us. We can't even be counted as a minnow in the sea when it comes to the internet. This right here is how I feel right now. Yeah, I'm small enough that, I mean, I ended this season with 40, 44 accounts, something like that. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not where I want to be. But I do it all by myself, so I guess that's not too bad. But yeah, I'm a small guy, completely solo operator. A lot of guys call themselves solo operators, but yet they have a helper. That's not solo. It'd be nice, one of them great big guys. T9. What do you mean by T9? Yeah, it's just the Google My Business account. That's what drove my business. I mean, that's where my accounts came from, and now they've taken that away from me. Google My Business, I mean, it's a way to go. Just apparently don't ever move and try to better your living situation. But yeah, Google My Business, actually, I mean, I love it. I've been in business for 2 years, and not this season that we just ended, but the season before, I went to get business cards printed up through Vistaprint. I wanted to get as nice as I could for what I could afford. I did 500 business cards, and I got a promo ad to set up a Google My Business account. First year, I'm pretty sure it was free. Yeah, you will be. But the first year was, if I'm not mistaken, it was free. I'd have to ask my wife to make sure. But then after that, it was like, it's like $15 a year for my Google My Business. But I mean, the reality of the situation anymore, when people want somebody to mow their yard, paint their house, anything, they Google. And I worked and worked and worked to get myself into at least the top 5, which, I mean, sometimes I'm number 1 for my area, sometimes number 2. I bounce back and forth. But I started out last year getting around 20 calls a month from my Google My Business account. And I was building up. I mean, granted, I had some pitfalls last year. My zero turn broke down. I mean, it didn't just break down. It died on me. But it died on me. And then I was down to push more on my accounts for a while. I don't know. You ever heard of a channel on here called Lanier Lawn Care? He's a buddy of mine. He's, Danny Lanier. And I went up and I was actually supplementing my income by working with him this year on days that I wasn't mowing where I live at. And he was getting mad at me because I was getting more calls a week than he was. But anyways, back to my story. Danny's, excuse my language, Danny's the shit. My Red Max weed eater came from him. He gave it to me. And I mean, it's the best. I actually just got my gas can like 2 days, Sunday, that I won on his Christmas giveaway, a little shirt can. It's back here in a box. But yeah, I was down to push mower. I mean, I got a good push mower. I got self-propelled Cub Cadet my time. At my time, I pay something like that. That thing is a beast. But a lot of my properties are an acre and a half. The minimum was like a half acre. And I was getting behind. And one day, I mean, it was so bad. Danny come down here, Lanier, he come down here with his mower one day just to help me get all my properties caught up. And he wouldn't take a dime from me for it. Threw a fit when I insisted on buying him lunch. But, I mean, my health's not the best. I mean, I'm sure you can look at me and tell I'm old. Then I do these, and that's damn sure not good for you. But I ended up getting another used zero turn. I slowly started picking myself back up. At the end, whenever I got the zero turn, I had, I don't know, I'd say probably 10 accounts. I mean, it was looking like I was done. I was ready to throw my hands up. Danny was the one that stopped me from giving up. But I was pretty well done. And just got an email telling me I was live on here. But now what was I saying? Oh yeah, I got the zero turn, but right at the point where I got it, I was borrowing mowers and everything. I was down to like 10 accounts. And then I got that and I started building myself back up. And I actually got to the point where I could invest a little money. And I bought out another small lawn care business where I live at. I mean, I got it dirt cheap. I'm not going to tell the price, but Lanier knows it. He better not tell on me. I mean, I got it literally pennies on the dollar. I actually got a video on YouTube in my history about actually buying out a business and my experience with it. But yeah, I mean, I got back up to around 44. Yeah, I talked to Danny about it. We actually talked on the phone yesterday about it. I'm supposed to possibly go to his house later this afternoon. He lives like 45 minutes from me. If I don't make it up there today, I'll be up there tomorrow. My wife actually entered the giveaway he's doing on Instagram on that hose reel. So if we win it, going up there tomorrow will be a good thing. She can pick it up. But yeah, I talked to him about it first. He thought, he was like, "Are you sure the email's not a scam? Just somebody trying to get information?" I said, "No, I logged into my account and it's suspended." And then he went on there and searched it. And it's gone. It's not even on Google. And he's at a loss what to do. He's never run into any issues whatsoever with his Google account. I mean, pretty much it's going to have to be somebody that has been down the road or knows somebody that's been down the road in order to help me fix this. Hell, Danny even got me this hat from his dealer. We was in there one day when I was up there working for him. And we went in there to his dealer. He said, "Hey, my guy needs a hat." Well, it says we have 4 people in here, but so far you're the only one chatting, Drew. So I'm not sure who's here. I'm not sure if they're just curiosity seekers or if they might be trying to get some advice or maybe offer some. I don't know. Wish I knew a way. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing. Danny's actually the one that talked me into doing this because I do so many overgrown properties. Oh, I'm putting stuff out on a real regular basis. I actually it's an animated kind of like a digital video with like that whole computer voiceover thing. But I actually have a video set to premiere tonight, sometime this evening or tonight. I think it's actually at like 3 a.m. It's going to come out. It's I tried this program called vidIQ to see how it works, and it gives me recommended time for posting. So I'm trying that out. But yeah, with wintertime, I'm getting ready to crank out all kinds of review videos and how-to videos. I've been sitting here. I've actually got a whole list on this notepad here by me of video ideas to start doing. I mean, I know I'm not the most entertaining guy to watch, but I'm not here to entertain. I'm here to try to educate, teach some people lawn care, and little tips and tricks, and hopefully they can leave comments and teach me something. I'm trying to grow, and I'm trying to bring people along with me and help them grow also. But I mean, I can keep posting videos, but until they get the watch hours and all of that, the algorithm's not going to push them. I mean, I guess I'm not doing bad. I've got, counting my shorts, I've got in, yeah, Danny, you did do that. I was just talking about you a little bit ago. And apparently Drew knows you. He agrees with me. Your stand up. I was telling him about the weed eater I got from you and about the whole contest I just won from you. Yeah, he was telling me to maybe you could help me with that Google My Business thing. But I mean, that's why I'm on here because they're just. I was on the phone with them this morning, ready to pull my damn hair out. Yeah. Oh, Danny misses me. My wife says me and Danny have this twisted love affair. I don't know what the hell. Oh no, I can tell you, Danny, don't put on a front. I've been up there with him in the heat, working a couple of days a week this last season, and it was nothing for us to knock down 30 yards in a day. And some of these yards are massive. He's got several 2 acres. He's got this 3 acre property that, oh my God, I hated weed eating that thing. Or fence, trees. Oh my God, I hated that. So, anybody on here that may be able to come on here and not only give me some advice, but maybe help some other people out figure this crap out, Danny? Anybody that's got any experience with dealing with Google? Yeah, I was telling them, Danny, that you're the reason I even got this YouTube channel going because you told me I needed to with all my overgrown properties. Although you and my wife are at odds on our videoing these things. Yeah, you do give back, Danny. I got to say the best video you got. I don't, and it has nothing to do with lawn care. That was that one you did, not just last Christmas, but the Christmas before, helping that single mom. I mean, that video just, I don't know why that video is not viral. So, Danny, I got a video coming out today. It's kind of like one of those digital videos. Do you think it's even worth posting? Yeah, Drew, my wife cried all the way through that video. Apparently, Drew, you must live where there's a lot of snow right now if he says you should be out plowing. It's kind of like one of those little digital videos. It's the video's animated with like that computer voiceover. It's kind of a how-to video. I mean, it's only like 9 or 10 minutes, something like that. But glad my old lady ain't up. The people that's got these houses next to us have destroyed our front yard. Yesterday, we had a low semi parked in our yard because the woman that bought the houses next door told them that she had permission for people to park in our yard. I've got these massive ruts out there. Trash is all over our neighborhood. Yeah, I'm hoping, Danny. I mean, I'm hoping the video goes somewhere. Like I said, like I was telling you on the phone, my channel ain't necessarily about content of me. I'm just trying to help people the way I learned from YouTube. I learned a lot of crap off of here. So, Danny, I need to have you sitting here behind my camera because you're entertaining. I'm boring. You'll have everybody entertained. Well, I hope that's what happens. Look at here, Danny. There it is. Oh. Delivered on a Sunday. Now at least Money won't kick my ass for going out and spending $30 on one. Yeah, when I was on the phone with Google this morning, Danny, I finally found a phone number to call them because I woke up to an email this morning. They sent me an email telling me they needed more verification info. I finally found that number they wanted, gave it to them. It's the whole HTTP address for my business. It's in my profile. I found it. Well, I called them this morning because now they are telling me they want a copy of my business license showing for this address. And I told them, I said, look, I just moved here. I don't have it registered here yet, but I own the property where it's registered. And then they said they wanted utility bills at this address with my name on them. And I told them, I said, well, the problem there, I said, it's in my lease. The guy I leased the house from just kept all the bills in his name and he gets them and I just pay the money to him for them. They pay automatically out of his account and then I just reimburse it. So now I've got to wait another 24 hours for somebody to call me back. Yeah. I worked with Danny. I mean, Danny makes pretty good money. I don't know how much he makes with all his sponsorships and stuff, but it must be nice, though, to be able to kick back and take a 5-month vacation every year, not do nothing. Well, they told me the lease won't work. Yeah, they said I had to have utility bills because the lease, they said anybody can get a lease and it means nothing. Have you seen the wall in that garage, Drew? That thing is just covered with Milwaukee tools and DeWalt tools. Oh my God, it makes my mouth water sometimes when I'm sitting up there and the UPS man shows up or the FedEx man shows up and just drops off these big old boxes for tools for him to review. It just makes my mouth water. You ain't gonna tell me I'm lying about you taking 5-month vacations and then having a wall full of tools. You go see Danny, you're gonna be sitting in his garage. That's where he spends all of his time because he don't smoke in the house and he smokes some cigars, so he spends all of his time in his garage. And now that he just got that floor done, oh, I guarantee you he ain't leaving that garage. He's in there looking for specks of dirt on that floor. You really want to get him going, turn a cricket loose in his garage. He's been live streaming, all of a sudden just disappeared from the camera, and he'll spend 10 minutes running around that garage chasing a cricket because he hears it. Did I say something I wasn't supposed to? You didn't tell me. You hadn't told nobody. Well, ain't nobody going to see this video anyway. I mean, by the time anybody sees this video, it'll be years and years and years. And by then, it will have been old news. And the people that are logged in here, they ain't going to go back and rewatch this to figure out what they missed because it was only a few minutes. So any crickets in there today, Danny? Or have you been chasing any flies with your salt gun? I think I'd have rather dealt with Lucas going sitting in a dentist's office being bored. At least Lucas will entertain you. All your daughter's going to do is be in her phone while she's with you. Then, I mean, that's all teenagers anymore. No, I think Danny left us. We just dropped a view. Nope, he's still there. Well, yeah, you're getting ready to bail then so you can get there. You got to go up to the city, or is it down there close to where you're at? Oh, that's not too bad. You got plenty of time to get there. If my check was going to hit before this evening, I'd say I'd come up here and we run up and go get some Chinese food. Go hit the China store. Maybe tomorrow, though. Hey, Drew, where are you located if you get to push snow? Oh, yeah, they're dealing with all kinds of snow up there. But it's supposed to be a blizzard up there because it ain't going to be here. We ain't going to get no more than what we got the other day. Oh, Ohio. Still, y'all's weather's a whole lot worse than ours. I remember as a kid here in Missouri having 3 foot snow drifts all winter, but anymore, 4 or 5 snows a winter if you're lucky, and nothing. If it does stick, it's gone within a few days. Most of the money in the wintertime here isn't even so much made with snow removal as it is ice melt. That snow we had the other day, I went out and cleared it all off with my backpack blower. Danny, tell you, I got a little bitty steel backpack blower. It ain't that big, and I mean, it was so light it just took it right off. Hey, there's plenty of snow in Michigan. You don't get what, an inch more. I think they were saying we were supposed to get what, like 4 to 6 inches at the maximum. See, if I wouldn't have smoked my last cigar last night, I could be sitting here like Danny smoking on a big old cigar. And everybody asking me what's in it. I think it's so funny. The same people watch your live videos every time, and just about the same people every time ask you what's rolled up in that. Yeah, if she was up, I'd let you ask her. I'd let her sleep in because I was planning on getting on here to rant and rave. So, Danny, you gonna go live for your birthday? Must be nice to get paid to do this. And I figured about 3 years I'll be there. Come on here, do some video, get paid for it. Yeah, because I tried out that vidIQ program for my YouTube videos, and it's talking about I'm on track to make 25 subscribers by, I think it said February 25th. So it's not even that thing, which I paid for, doesn't even have high hopes for me. I'm working on it. I've got a notepad sitting here beside me that's just plumb full of video ideas. They ain't gonna get much viewing time because it's just gonna be me talking on them. And you know how boring I am. I mean, you're sitting here watching me. You know how boring it is. So I need you back here in the background, Danny, making all kinds of funnies to get it up. Well, where am I supposed to share it at, though, Danny? I mean, it only allows me to share to Facebook, and I don't have a Twitter account. It says Facebook. When I try to share, it says Facebook and Twitter, and I can share on Messenger from my phone, but I mean, it's just going out to family and friends that way. It's not really getting out there. And I mean, I don't want to go on other people's videos and streams and stuff and try to promote my channel. I mean, I don't want to try to promote on other people's channels because I mean, that's just kind of rude to them. I just need to get some of you YouTube gods to get behind me and start sharing my videos. Get on here and do me a rap video, like go, what's his name from up there in Kansas City now, Blades. Do me a rap video about cutting grass. Yeah, well, that whole marketing thing, I don't know. As far as YouTube, I don't know. I have not a clue about it. I mean, I've been watching all kinds of videos on here on promoting your channel and, all that stuff, but a lot of it's gibberish to me. I mean, I have no clue. I know how to get on here and do the basics, and that's it. No, I need to tack one of my truck magnets to the wall behind me or something, because that wall, I throw them two metal stars up there trying to break up that white wall back here, but it's a plain video shot. You need to introduce me to this marketing queen so I can learn how to do this and get this done. Oh no, I'll probably be up there tomorrow if he wants to go out to lunch. Well, what are these platforms to share it on, Danny? I mean, like I said, it only gives me like Twitter, and I don't have a Twitter account. It don't even give me the option to share on Instagram. Yep, Facebook. It's just friends and family, and I mean, like I said, it don't give me the option to share on Instagram. I think Bonnie did set me up a business Facebook page. I need to go check, make sure, and if so, start. I guess start posting to there, and maybe from there try to friend other. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Start following other lawn care businesses on Facebook and get it to posting to them. Go find Facebook pages for some of these great big guys and start uh, sending them friends requests on Facebook and share it with them. See there, Danny, you're already giving us information, and you came in here because you was bored. Wasn't necessarily information about what the video, what I was on here bitching about, but you already gave us information, even though there ain't but three people watching to use it. Yeah, if you didn't have to take your kid to the dentist, Danny, I'd try to get you to get on here and do a split screen with me. Keep me talking. Make it interesting. I wish this thing gave you the option to see who's actually in here with you. It just tells you how many. That'll work. I'll pull a marketing tactic. I'll get underhanded and set up to do a upcoming live stream featuring Danny Lanier, Lanier Lawn Care. Maybe somebody will watch the video later. Everybody likes watching you, the Greek Doughboy. That'll work. Just let me know when you're getting ready to do it. I'll make sure I lock the dogs up so they ain't running around barking in the background because I hear your voice. Right on, Drew. Appreciate that. Yeah, Drew just shared it, Danny. That's what I need to do. Catch Drew when he's not doing nothing. Do a video collaboration with him. Start getting all these other guys that are little guys like me, and maybe we can grow together. And maybe Danny can bless us with his presence in our chats. I'm gonna tell you now, Drew, I'm boring as hell. As Danny. He dealt with me a couple of days a week all summer. I'll be right back. I go make me some more coffee. I tried to make it quick. I'm back. Oh. No, Danny, you're not overrated. You're hilarious. Especially if there's a cricket or a fly involved. No, everybody loves watching Danny. Once people find Danny, they don't leave. Okay, does anybody understand what the one guy here said? I don't. I have no clue. And it doesn't. It doesn't let me. It doesn't let me translate. let's see what we can do here then. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Well, it doesn't say I can block him, it just says I can hide him. Okay, well, I'll just do that. He's hidden. See if that'll take care of him, because I have no idea what all that was. Yeah, all I know is I couldn't read what it said. I couldn't read his name or nothing. And I think I blocked him. I don't know. I think he's blocked. I'm not for sure. So, Danny, when are we going to get another podcast out of you? I see all these YouTube videos talking about your schedule. You're going to start posting podcasts, but I don't see podcasts. Oh, you want to talk about that? Yeah, when he does make a podcast, they're decent. I mean, granted, I was in one of them, but so they're still decent. I mean, I like listening to them. When I'm out working and stuff, that's usually what I got running through my earbuds is podcasts. They don't make enough for us to listen to. By the time you finish 2 yards, you don't listen to all his podcasts because you just don't want to post. I need to find me some more podcasts to listen to. I mean, there's no end to his podcast, but I actually like Julio Tomei. He does a lot of good podcasts. He's got enough of them. You can run through the gauntlet and then start over again, and it's just like listening to something new again. So, Drew, what all kind of work do you do up there in Ohio? What all services do you offer? I do a little bit of everything in what I do down here. Sometimes I kind of get myself overloaded. Then I still, even though I'm not going to be working with Danny this upcoming season doing lawn care, I still told him I'd come up and help him with the other jobs and stuff. So my insurance is kind of weird on the tree trimming. I can't go above ridge line on my tree work. I can do everything as long as I can make the cut below the ridge line of the house. I can do it. But one of the things that I do and it was my insurance company had a hard time finding somebody to cover it. I do underground drainage systems. I used to work for a huge basement and foundation repair company and learn how to do them. And I'll tell you what, they are bread and butter. There's good money in them underground drainages. But because I do them, my insurance covers me to 20 feet below ground. I also, this year, I haven't got any calls for it, but I added fence staining and all that to fence cleaning, fence staining to my business page, which is no longer visible. Sounds like the wife's up moving around. Y'all may get a chance to get a look at her first thing in the morning. Yeah, she was up late last night at the ER, so I let her sleep. Huh? Live. Come here. No. Daddy's in here. No. I look like so warmed over. Davey posted, he commented something earlier I got to ask you a question about. What? And he told me to ask you, come here. Not do. Come here. No. Come here. No. And the thing is, you got to go through here to get the brush. No. Let's do this. I got you. Danny says every extra inch matters, does it? He said you would. He said for me to ask you. Is that true? No. She said no, Danny. She said every extra inch don't matter. Well, you know. Easy there. It is live when it's public feed. Don't ask me what kind of questions as soon as I back up. Wave at the camera, Vonnie. So they can see you. They can't see you. You're all in shadow. go live with Danny when he gets back from the dentist office later today on his channel. Drew's property management may be able to get him to do a live video with me. Her hair looks like Medusa. That's why she's hiding it.
Look, I have.
Apparently, Drew needs glasses. You came through here with your hair everywhere, and he said, "You're cute." Drew, that hair will scare you first thing in the morning. Right on, Eddie. I'm going to mute this for just a second, guys. Maybe we can get lucky and get her to come in here and get on this video with me for a few minutes once she gets her hair done. Danny told Drew to leave his girl alone.
All right, we're not having a fishing contest.
Huh?
All right, we're not having a fishing contest.
Oh, Danny loves picking on her. There's been a few times he's made her face beet red picking on her. If I can get her on a video, we'll have to ask you about her sitting in the back seat one day in Danny's truck behind him while we was out mowing yards and she fell asleep. We almost had to put the windows down to air the truck out, and Danny almost had to clean the seat. It was that bad when he scared her. We was almost have to turn around and take her home so she could change her underwear because she's going to poop on herself. Oh, you had to be there. It was hilarious when he scared her. Oh, there she is.
Good morning.
Take that air purifier out of that chair and come over here.
I want coffee.
Well, hurry up. All right, well, I'm getting ready to take his air purifier out of this chair behind me so she can come over here and join us. She's going to get coffee, and then she'll be right back. Oh. Yeah, I got kind of a makeshift little office here. We haven't been in this house very long. I'm using a writing table as a desk and just kitchen chairs because I haven't got around to going buying office chairs or anything. Move stuff around here. I got the window cracked because I'm smoking in here, and it's right behind the computer, so she don't come in here throwing a fit about how cold it is. Watch. Get her to go on with this cold air.
All from
That's what she's gonna be like when she comes in here with this window open, this breeze coming in. I gotta figure out this camera back here behind me. I gotta figure out how to rig it up to my laptop to use it for kind of like a webcam. Savani, tell them about falling asleep in the back of Danny's truck that day when we were out doing yards.
you and Danny are jerks. Mainly Danny on that one.
Don't say I didn't do nothing. I just laughed about it.
Reaching back, scaring the crap out of me right behind the semi.
Yeah, I don't know which one of the girls, but one of them's got a dentist appointment this morning. I think that's actually where Danny's probably at now.
Oh, he's an alright man, I guess, for a little while.
Who?
It says, man, you got Danny in here. I thought you had better taste than that. Lift your standards.
What up, Green Up? You telling her to lift her standards over me and Danny? Man, I love Danny. I actually met Danny
Doing lives.
on here when he was doing a live stream. And then come to find out, I was actually searching for lawn care companies near me, and he came up, and then I realized he was on YouTube. And
I'm sorry
Right.
about me sounding all crazy, guys.
yeah, I actually worked with him all summer. I'm the old man. He tried to run me in around. He took care of me, though. I actually won the 2-gallon sure can in his Christmas giveaway. I just got it Sunday. My title, well, here's what happened. A couple days ago, after I updated my profile, my Google My Business profile, I got an email. I didn't know nothing had happened. I got an email, and it was telling me that my account was suspended. It was like, oh, what was it here? Let me check real quick, and I can actually tell you what it said to me. It says, thank you. Let's see here. Where's it at?
Boy, they're at it again this morning.
Not that one. There it is. It says your business profile has been suspended. See, no. C-Van Lawn Care, and then my address, and it says it was flagged for suspicious activity. And they gave me a link to do a reinstatement. I went through all that, jumped through those hoops, and then I wake up this morning to another email. Now they're telling me they got to have more information. They want a copy of my business license registered at this address, but I own the other house where it's registered at, so I didn't bother transferring it. And then they want utility bills for this address with my name on them. And I called them this morning. I Googled, I found a number for them, and I called them. First guy was rude and just hung up on me. I called back. The second guy,
Lord.
he, I told him the situation. I said, you guys want a bill with my name on it, and I don't have it. I said,
Lord.
because my lease was drawn up to where the homeowner pays the utilities, and then I just reimburse him because they're auto pay out of his account. So I just reimburse him every month. And as far as switching the registered business address, I didn't worry about it because I own the house where it's registered at. I said, and I haven't lived here real long, so I mean, I just seen no need to transfer it. So now they're telling me that I have to wait 24 hours for them to call me back and give me another runaround. I mean, it's suspended. Nobody can view it. Danny actually tried to search it yesterday because when I was on the phone with him about it, he was wondering if it was just one of those spam emails trying to get information, but told him, he said, no. I said, I tried to log into my business account and it says it's suspended. So he searched and it didn't even show up. You can't, I mean, you can find the videos or, other related, reviews and things like that, but the Google My Business site itself doesn't come up. It's gone. And I worked for 2 years to build that profile to where it's at. I mean, it's nothing but 5-star ratings, customer reviews, recommendations, pictures. And I put myself in the top rated here where I live at. I mean, if you click on top rated for my area, I bounce back and forth between the number 1 and number 2 position. And now, it's snow removal time. I mean, we don't get a lot of snow, but I mean, I went out the other morning, backpack blower, and blew the snow off and then put down ice melt. I mean, but people can't even find me for that now because I have no business presence on Google anymore. And that's where everybody goes to look. I mean, I love Google My Business. It'll do wonders for your business. But I mean, right now, this is killing me. And I asked him while I was on the phone, I said, so what, you're telling me once I set up a Google account, I can no longer move? I have to stay living in the same place forever? But that the email says that if I don't get the suspension lifted, they are going to remove everything whatsoever to do with my business page. That's my email. And I mean, that's my login for YouTube. I mean, they're about to just take everything from me. Yeah, they're working on crippling my business. I mean, it's just crazy what they're doing. And I was hoping to find somebody maybe come on here and have some kind of advice, maybe a little direction. No. But, I mean, I've only got a few subscribers. So this, I mean, I'm not going to reach a lot of people with this. But I figured, this is something this was info that maybe somebody else might need if I got lucky and they came in. And it was also just a way for me to rant and rave. That was another reason I did this. And Drew and Danny came in and kind of got me sidetracked and distracted me away from what was aggravating me.
Danny's good at that.
Yeah, I told Danny earlier I needed him back here in the background. Keep everybody entertained. Oh, watch for. I said something earlier. He said, shh. Not supposed to tell anybody. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. You know, he's one of the lawn care gods on YouTube. I wouldn't doubt he didn't buy them up and do it just to be a thorn in my butt.
Who? What?
He says, I heard Danny bought Google 5 days ago. So there is the issue. He be hating.
A whooping.
You better be careful. Danny will get after you with that salt gun that he shoots them flies with. Yeah, I guess me and Danny are going to go live later. I got to try to get him to get the salt gun out and shoot things. A buddy of his bought him one of them little salt guns, salt rifles to shoot flies and stuff with.
Wonder if he's tried the cricket with it yet.
Yeah, we both love Danny. We go up there, and not so much regular now, being just cooling off, but this summer, even when we weren't working with him, when we had a lot of free time, we were up there hanging out with him. We are either going to go up there later today or tomorrow and see him. He keeps it up. I'm going to feed him to my puppy. Where's Thor at?
I don't know. I had him for a minute. He's gone. He's on the move. Just woke up.
Yeah, I got a puppy about 8 weeks old. He jumps in there with the big dogs, and he just thinks he's a big dog. He ain't trying to stay on the porch.
Mm-hmm. I have to put my jacket on.
I don't know. And you know, I think maybe if you try to feed Danny to your German Shepherds, if that old schnozzle of his gets it away, he'll knock him over. You know, he's Greek, and you can tell. Yeah, old Drew logged in pretty much from the beginning on this, and he's kept a pretty good running conversation going with me on here. Now he's just gone. Danny, he's taking the kid to the dentist right now. That's why he's not posting. But he's talking about me and him going live on his channel later today, maybe. And they even try to collaborate with Drew to do a live with him. He said it could be an idea we might do. Get to know other people on here and help promote each other's channels. And yeah, Danny said Drew does lives all the time.
How long has Drew been on here?
Huh?
How long has Drew actually been on YouTube?
Drew?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not for sure. I don't remember. Well, this right here, we're on the webcam on my computer, but this is Danny's old camera we bought from him. And we actually bought this from Danny. It's the one he was filming all of his videos on. It is the Canon EOS Rebel T7i.
That's my baby.
Yeah, it says it's got a HDMI port and everything on it. So eventually I'm going to figure out how to hook it to the computer and use it as a kind of like a webcam when I'm on here.
Come on here.
Yeah, it's got the battery pack on it, holds 2 batteries at one time. Got the tripod with it. The Rode mic, a couple of different lenses. This is the one he was talking about selling there for a while. Oh. Just a puppy, I'm gonna feed him too. About 8 weeks old. This is Thor. He's the calm one of the 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's the calm one of the 3 dogs. We got 2 others. One just turned 3 years old, and the other one's about 1.5 years. The 1.5-year-old, she is a chocolate American Pit and Staffordshire mix. She got him for Christmas from a friend of ours. He is Pit and Boxer mix. And then we've got our 3-year-old. She's a Staffordshire American mix that she has dwarfism. We actually, the dog we missed the most that we had him for several years. He was a purebred Rhodesian Ridgeback. His name was Lucky, but there was nothing lucky about him. He was a rescue.
Oh, my boy.
She had a Great Dane at one time, a Brindle Great Dane.
I had the rare Tiger Brindle. She was a Great Dane and Mastiff mix. She was huge.
Yeah, she could stand up on her hind legs and put her paws on my shoulders and look down at me. And I'm maybe a half inch shy of 6 foot, something like that.
But she was extremely gentle.
No, she wasn't. That dog was so high strung and hyper. She would drag you down the street. She wouldn't stop for 6 blocks.
She would you.
And she was massive, and she thought she wasn't no bigger than a Chihuahua, and she'd climb right up in your lap.
But she was easy about it.
Oh, yeah. She was trying to be sneaky with it. So, Green Up Lawn Care, what kind of services do you offer in your area? What area are you located in? Don't do no good to ask Danny what services he offers. He mows yards and everything else. He bids them and gets everybody else to do them.
Richmond, Virginia. Boy, I bet you your cold is all get out of there right now.
Yeah. The weather here hadn't been bad at all, though.
It's still cold. So do you offer snow removal with you being in Virginia?
Well, right here, right now in Missouri, it says it's 24 with a real feel of 13.
Just a little bit of everything. So you're a jack of all trades, master of none?
I do all the basics. I mean, as far as tree trimming goes, though, if I can't make a cut above the ridge line of a house, as long as I'm below that with my cut, I'm good. But then I'm covered 20 foot underground because I do the hardscape, the landscape, and I do irrigation systems. I do underground drainage systems. And that was a hard one to get insured for because everybody thinks of it as basement foundation repair. But I'll tell you what, man, it's a gold mine if you can get the jobs.
Right?
In my case, it's whatever it takes to replace when my dogs tear it up. My dogs are a wrecking crew in this house.
We go through about 50 pounds of dog food every 2 weeks.
She's constantly buying treats and chew toys and taking them out one at a time for ice cream and everything else.
And getting their nails done.
Yeah, takes them out to get their nails done. Instead of giving them baths at home, she'll take them to the dog groomer and have them give them baths. And then she wonders why our oldest dog is prissy and demure and thinks she's better than everybody else. Say something she don't like, she turns her back and looks over her shoulder at you like, I know you didn't just say that. Our kiddos are very spoiled. And I say kiddos because they are like our kids. But yeah, we ain't even talk about the real human kids.
They're worse.
Yeah. 3 boys and 1 girl. The youngest one's 17 and the oldest one's 21.
God, I can't believe you.
The whole reason I started my lawn care business was for my kids. Now they ain't nowhere to be seen.
They show up when they're hungry.
Yeah. They show up when they're hungry or want something.
Or when they want to spring a last minute, hey, Christmas is happening here.
Yeah, they like to show up unannounced, middle of the night. Nice thing is, this house here, it's got a keypad lock on the front door. We could set temporary codes that expire. So when they leave, they can't come back and get back in unless we let them in.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. That's my kids be gone.
Oh,
I'm back. Excuse me for a second. Sent her on a mission. If you feel froggy, you can go do the one in the garage too.
yeah, probably. It's cold out there.
Did you find it?
It won't let me until you're done.
Huh?
Oh, there it is. Babe, you look really cross-eyed in those glasses.
Well, there. No, look even worse. You see my bags. You can do it from here. The one in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
Here, entertain them for a second. I need to step out for a second.
Do we even meet to entertain? That's gonna be fun.
Entertain them. Sounds like chicken.
Oh. Apparently, I'm left to entertain you guys while he steps out for a minute. I have no clue how I'm going to entertain you, but I'm here. You want to talk?
Hey, for those of you that don't know, I just recently posted a video about doing a lawn care buyout. And I mentioned her briefly in the video. Get her, I'm going to have her tell you her thoughts on this whole lawn care buyout when I bought the other business. Ask her, I said something about her wanting to pull her hair out. Let's let her tell you about it.
All these gray hairs I earned every one of them from this freaking craziness.
Tell them about it. Tell them about what we went through.
He come to me while I was at work, and I was on break. He goes, I need you to help me with some things on, paperwork wise, which was fine. I mean, I'm used to doing that. It's what I do all the time. This dude gets out of the truck. He tried coming at me like he was dominating everything and all that. And I looked at him and I said, look, I said, for one, we're the one buying out your company because you're selling it. So it's our money coming out of our pocket to you. You are not going to dominate anything. It's either we're going to do things the way that needs to be done or it's not going to happen. I mean, it's that simple. Well, at that point, he realized, look, I'm not pulling the wool over her eyes. He's not going to do anything without her okay. Because, I mean, we've always come to the conclusion in our relationship that any massive purchases would have to be agreed upon on both ends, even if it is to buy out a business. So me being more of the paperwork person in the business side of things, I asked to see the list, to make sure it was legit. And at that point, it was. So I helped them do what they were going to do. Chuck went ahead and went on back to what he was doing. I went to work. I get off work, and by the time I had gotten off work, everything had already been done, and everything, money had been exchanged. It was done. It was over. So I'm expecting to get the list that has the names, the phone numbers, the addresses, all this on it. I'm expecting to have that by that night. So then the next day I can go ahead and, go in and put it into all of our books, put it into our accounts, get our schedules set up.
Verifications.
Verify everything. It's good. No. Money switched hands and another list switched hands, which therefore caused us to have to do massive footwork to go out to these customers. And we, at that point, I literally felt like a vacuum cleaner salesman because we were given a list of names and addresses, sometimes just the address, and we were handed on the list, and we had to go out to each individual home to make contact because there were no phone numbers. The prices that he gave us was a generic one price deal, and So, that was very frustrating, very upsetting. Not only was I having to do all that legwork, but that was taking time out of my day that I could have been doing other things for the company that.
Well, let me interject here real quick. I went around with a guy and met with a bunch of the customers. I mean, this was something that I was pretty adamant about, verifying with customers. But I'm new to the whole experience, and he got a one up on me. We went around, met with some of the customers, and, I reassured them, look, at least for this year, your prices are going to stay the same. But I didn't question them as far as what their prices were, how often they were being mowed. I told them your prices will stay the same. Your mowing schedule will stay the same. But if you're bi-weekly next year, you'll go to weekly. And there was a lot of places that we didn't get in contact with anybody. But I figured, I verified enough of these accounts that it was worth going forward with. Well, then I took her with me, and we went back out and went around to a lot of these customers to get email addresses and all of this. Well, then I started finding out he had already sold the list once before. He had sold this once before.
Yes, very aggravating on that one.
Some of the people that we didn't stop at their houses, which he knew pretty much who was home, who wasn't home. Some of the people had fired him, which I managed to salvage some of them and pick them back up. Some of the houses, some of the places he gave us where nobody was home, they were, come to find out, vacant houses. They were empty. Nobody even lived there. He just put them on the list. One of the people he had hit earlier in the year with his truck going down the road, and he agreed to mow them for the rest of the year for free because he didn't have insurance. He didn't want to file.
Or the one that he agreed to mow their yard for free, Dairy Queen.
And then there was another one. He agreed to mow their yard for the year for a lawnmower. I mean, it was like, the one with the auto accident, it was a strategic move to go ahead and do that one, because one of the accounts that he had already sold and the other company picked up on was right next door to this house. So trying to salvage that yard, I wanted to show them my work on the house next door. And that whole little neighborhood, there's a lot of desirable houses there. And I was already doing a couple other ones in that area.
I'll just put it this way, by the time it was all said and done, then his name, anytime anybody spoke his name, I literally felt rage build inside me, because I was just like, how and why would somebody be that low and inconsiderate to anybody else's time or money at that? I mean, it was just ridiculous.
Well, when it came down to it, we found out he was a druggie. I mean, he was scamming and hustling, trying to get drug money. I mean, that's what it boiled down to.
I mean, and it got to the point there at one point, he was out mowing yards, and he was going to mow a yard that we had gotten from him.
Yeah, I went out to go mow yards.
He's already there mowing it, and we're like, dude, what are you doing? When you sell whenever you sell an account, you no longer have that account. You no longer have anything to do with it. Him saying that, these people were calling us and we were answering the phone. No, honey, that may have been something that you did. We answer the phone every time it rings. And if we don't, we dramatically.
We immediately call them back as soon as we realize we missed that call. Because, I mean, the customer contact and the customer rapport is just something we got to have. This is a cutthroat industry. You will lose your yard so quick it's not funny.
Especially a clip where there's like 50 yard.
We don't say town.
Say town names. Well, especially here where there's like 50 yard, yard cutting places. There's 3 big ones and then a bunch of little ones. I mean, the little guys are going to cut your throat quicker than anybody.
Well, I mean, I learned, all in all, when I bought this business, when I bought the accounts, I mean, I knew I wasn't going to keep all of them, and I salvaged I salvaged a decent amount of them. I mean, I didn't lose money. I can say that I didn't lose money. In the long run, I'm going to make money because they have agreed. Most of these properties were way underbid. That was another thing. He didn't know how to bid a property for nothing. He was mowing a half-acre property for $25. And he had these people, he was letting them set his pricing. He was letting them set his lawn care schedules for their properties. But I mean, we was able to get the scheduling set up right for next year. Most of them agreed without hesitation to price raises because they knew they were underpaying. But some of them have actually turned out to be very good customers.
And a few of them, I've understood the dilemma in biweeklies, and most of them have went weekly. I mean, there's still a few that are biweekly, but those are usually the elderly or whatever because they're on a fixed income. But we still are mowing weekly. We're just only getting paid biweekly, which isn't a bad deal. I mean, now granted, if that biweekly starts coming where they're not wanting to pay and all that, then we will have to do something different. But as of right now, most of our yards are weekly. And thank God that the customers we had, that we got from him, they understood that. Because down here, I mean, you can't do biweekly and make it. Especially with, equipment and all that, because the grass down here is just not the best.
Yeah, we've got a lot of weeds here. I mean,
crabgrass is like horrible.
The yard for this house we're in now, I've actually been working on this yard for 2 years now, and it's still full of crabgrass. I mean, but it's like night and day compared to what it was. But where I live at in Missouri, there's not manicured yards are just not it's not a thing. I mean, I go out whenever I pick up a new customer and I go to talking about edging their properties. They are talking about, what's that? Is that going to cost me more? I'm like, no, that's just part of the service that I offer. And it's, it's what I mean, where I live out here in Missouri, the town is somewhere between 9 and 12,000, and there's like 50 lawn care companies. And I mean, there's no set price range. I mean, it's all up and down the scale on pricing, because there's so many, every day there's a new company popping up here in town because people are losing jobs or they decided they want to work for themselves and they just haven't done enough research to see what they should be doing in these yards or what they should be charging for them.
But in the same aspect of those properties what those businesses popping up like they are, you'll watch a lot of them go away too, because they don't know how to price it and they do sink. I mean, if it wouldn't have been for Danny mentoring us and a few others.
I mean, I've learned a lot. I mean, I've always mowed yards. It's extra money, but I learned a lot for building my business right here on YouTube. When I started this up 2 years ago, she was aggravated to no end at me because I spent day after day, hour after hour on YouTube watching videos from the other lawn care channels. And I wasn't so much watching them to listen to what they had to say, but watching what they were doing, picking up little tricks and, tips and things like that just by what they were actually doing. I mean, some of the best information I got come from the guys that weren't telling you how to do this or telling you how to do that. They were just mowing. That's where I got, and customer review, equipment reviews. That's where I got the majority of my information from.
Green Up, that is true, and we do plan on doing we do plan on investing a lot in advertising this year, and hopefully that will definitely help also for us to grow. I mean, a lot of these smaller companies here, they don't advertise. They don't have their stickers on their doors, and
they don't even answer the phone half the time here. I don't know how some of these guys even stay in business.
So, I mean, we definitely are planning on doing a lot more advertising this year and seeing where we can go with that. I mean, we did a little last year. We got the magnet signs for our truck because as of right now, our vehicle is also our personal vehicle. Which hopefully that'll be changing here pretty quick. But we got the magnet signs and we did the business cards. We took our business cards to a lot of places that we knew we could put them out, and we did.
But to be honest, I don't really think we got any leads from business cards. I think most of our customers, our new customers, came from Google My Business, which right now, I mean, until further notice, I don't have access to. So I've lost that avenue. But we plan on upping our marketing game this year. And, you know, we're coming up with a whole new plan because somebody here copied my business cards. You know, they put their information, they used my logos and everything and put their information on them and tried to pass it off that they were affiliated with me, which actually hurt me because they do bad work. I was in talks with a property management company that has over 300 properties that they manage in the area. And all of a sudden the talks just stopped, and we didn't find out until months later that this other guy had contacted them and told them that when they asked him if they knew who we were, he told them we were business partners. And I mean, that just killed all contact. But we plan on trying out the whole signs thing for yards. You know, I'm going to try a marketing plan. Hey, look, if you'll let me put this sign in your yard for 2 weeks, for that 2 weeks, I'll knock $5 a week off your mow. You know, tell customers, look, if you refer somebody to me and I pick them up as an account, for as long as I'm mowing their account, I will give you a $5 a cut discount. You know, of course, that's going to reflect, you know, pricing changes and things like that, you know, prices going up and stuff to be able to afford to do all that. But then we also plan on moving towards hats. We're not for sure about yet, but we definitely want to get company shirts made, T-shirts, you know, a high profile color and the company on the shirts. You know, we plan on definitely doing that. That's not to do with this.
Green Up went to the gas station.
Yeah.
I think Drew's back though.
Yeah, the people in here goes up and down. So yeah, I mean, we're going to see where that marketing takes us. So, but hopefully we'll get the whole Google My Business thing straightened out. Because I mean, I was getting 20 calls a month from there before my equipment went down. Last year I was just blowing up, and it was my reviews and the fact that if I didn't answer the call when it came in because I didn't hear the phone, I was on a mower or something, I would immediately call back as soon as I got a chance. And that was when I started realizing that the companies around here don't answer their phones and they don't return calls.
We have a customer that had been trying for
over a year.
Over a year to try to get somebody to come out and just to do a ditch.
She's an elderly lady.
You know, it was just to push mow a ditch for her. And nobody, absolutely nobody would call her back. And last year she tried again, you know. She called us and we called her back. You know, it was one of those, he was on the mower, he didn't hear it. And he called her back as soon as he got a chance. And we went down there and did the bid. And he was like, she asked him, she was like, can I please ask you a question? And he was like, well, what's that? And she goes, why did you call me back? She goes, I've been trying for a year and nobody has called me back. And he was like, well, you know, that's part of what we do. You know, our logo is we take pride in what we do. And if we don't take that pride to take the time to answer your phone, to answer a phone call, then, I mean, what are we really doing with this? I mean, you can't grow and make things better if you're not trying to expand, if you're not trying to answer that phone whenever it rings so that you can get another customer.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I got to say, if a customer doesn't feel that they can contact you if they need to, they're not going to want to deal with you. You got to have some kind of customer rapport. I mean, they've got to have confidence that they can talk to you about concerns or issues or possibilities. They have to be able to talk to you. And you start that out by either answering the phone when they call or getting back with them is ASAP. Because, I mean, to the reality of the situation, when somebody's looking for lawn care, they're going to go on Google and they're going to Google lawn care near me. That's where Google My Business is so important. And their chances are they're going to be on their lunch break or whatever. They don't have time to wait around. They're not going to leave you a voicemail usually. They're going to call, and if you don't answer, they're going to hang up and they're going to call the next person. And so on until they finally get somebody. So, I mean, that phone is detrimental to your business. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You got to answer that phone.
Another thing is, I don't know about you, I don't care to mow yards. I don't even care to mow my own, but it's got to be done. And a lot of people, they're like, it's just not something I really want to do. It's not time out of my day that I want to put there.
Or that they don't have. Some of them just don't have that time.
They're going to call, and they're going to keep calling until they find somebody, because they don't care who it is as long as our yard gets mowed. A lot of them, especially here, they don't care what happens as long as it gets mowed and it's for a reasonable price. So you not answering your phone or you not calling back, they're going to move to that next person. And if that next person answers, well, guess what? There goes your business. There goes your account, because they're going to get that account if you don't call back. I mean, because even if they've moved on to somebody else and they've gotten a hold of someone, that person came out and given them an estimate or came out and given them a bid, whatever. If you call them back and you show that you're going to take that time, a lot of times they're going to take the time to get that second bid or that second estimate. And you may be less than what they were, you may be more than what they were, but you've also got to show your quality of work too.
Yeah, a lot of times it's not so much the price. I mean, I have a minimum drop gate fee of $35. Some yards I feel bad about telling the customers $35, but that's my minimum fee. I mean, I got to make money at this. And they're like, well, this person over here will do it for $25. And I'm like, well, you got a choice. You can go with the $25 guy that don't take pride in what he does, that's not going to leave your yard looking the best he can, because he's got to hurry up and get off your property to get to the next one to even try to make close to what I'm making a day. And then you got me. Yeah, I cost $10 more, but my work speaks for itself. I mean, on one of the main streets here in the town we live in, I picked up a property this year. It was supposed to be a one-time cut. I've picked up a lot of one-time cuts that's turned into full-time cuts. The guy had a battery-operated mower, and we had a few rain spells this year, and his grass was more than his mower could handle. And originally I was supposed to go in there and just clean it up for him, a one-time cut. And then after I did it, he was like, well, would you mind just starting mowing my yard regular? And I started an epidemic on that street. There's, from one end of the street to the other, there's probably 100, 150 businesses and residences. And his was the only property that the sidewalks and the curbs and stuff were edged. I mean, it was that curb appeal. And everybody started noticing that. Well, everybody seen I did it with a string trimmer. So now everybody started trying to edge their properties. And with a string trimmer, they were trying to do what I was doing. And
some of them were not doing too bad. Others, looked like a massacre.
But I mean, I started it was, edging is something in this town that just nobody knows. Nobody knows what it is. So I mean, I
don't even think half the businesses on that street were edged.
Yeah, none of them are. None of the businesses are edged on that street.
Oh, I think the banking cases.
No, they're not.
They're not.
I know Casey's isn't.
But yeah, Green Up, the organization is definitely a key to keeping everything running smoothly. If it wasn't for our computer, and yard books, we use yard books. I can't speak highly enough of yard books. They make life so easy.
a lot of people say there's a lot of better programs in Yard Books. And at this point, we only use the free version on Yard Books. And I mean, just the free version has made drastic changes in how our business operates.
You know, and one of the main things is I can't be with him all the time on all the yards and going out mowing. And with Yard Books, I can set up that schedule. I can set up that route. And what makes it easy is once I get all that set up and it's in there, then I can just send it all to his phone. And I'm like, here's your schedule for the day. Here's your route. Go for it.
Yeah, Green Up, I don't even want to talk about having a better office set up because we just moved into this house. And right now our desk is a writing table and our chairs are kitchen chairs.
By the time it's all said and done, though, we'll have a regular desk and file cabinets and, you know, cubbies to put paperwork in and invoices and all that kind of stuff. It's a work in progress.
This wall behind me, I keep saying I'm going to do it out in lawn care swag. She keeps telling me I'm not, but it'll definitely have a dry erase board on it to help keep track of stuff. Maybe a couple other small ones in a couple other spots. But I mean, you got to have office space though. I mean, that's just a must for any kind of business. But yeah, that's the goal of this channel though. I mean, I'm here to learn tips and tricks from other people, and I'm here to share what I've got with other people starting out that are on here trying to learn like I am.
Let me know what kind of find that you get out there at Staples for your office, because we've got a Staples here close to us.
But yeah, I mean, some of the videos I'm going to post, you know, they won't be necessarily my videos, but it's more of a sharing type deal on my channel, because this channel's all, you know, I'm trying to make it as much as possible about education. I mean, I'm going to do overgrown lawns, things like that. And that's the whole reason I started this channel. Danny Lanier was on me about it because he knew how many overgrown yards that I do. And he's like, dude, you've got to do YouTube videos. He said, you got to do them. He says, you do too many overgrown yards not to. So he was actually the one that talked me into getting all this going. But I mean, this channel, it's going to have a little bit of everything on it. But the main goal of this channel is just sharing education and experience and maybe helping somebody else. And then maybe through comments and things like that, me learning stuff as well. Maybe she'll learn something.
I'm the brains, he's the brunt.
I'm the grunt.
The brunt.
The brawn.
Brawn, yeah. I can't think right now. I'm not awake.
Yeah, she was at the emergency room till like 2 or 3 o'clock this morning.
Just for them to tell me I have a sinus infection and an ear infection.
There ain't no more coffee. You have to make some. Make some coffee. We've been together for 20 years. We are pretty well settled in. What? What?
Hey.
Chop. Baby hop.
What the hell is that?
Oh, how am I supposed to know? It looks like peeled skin.
Oh.
But yeah, I've actually got a notebook laying here that I'm trying out this new program called vidIQ, see how it works. I mean, I just did the cheapest version they have. It don't give me access to everything, but you know, it gives me, you know, I can search video ideas and things like that. So I've been doing a little bit of research and writing down stuff on this notepad that I'm going to kind of bring boring talk videos to try to pass on a little information. Maybe get some comments, somebody tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. But, you know, I mean, that's part of YouTube. Not everybody's going to agree with what I say. Not everybody's going to like what I say. So, I mean, I'm learning real quick. You got to have a tough skin with this. But I mean, I'm not going to delete the comments unless they're vulgar or derogatory or racial. Then I'll delete them, because I mean, I want my channel to be viewer friendly. But I mean, other than that, I'll leave all the comments. Just because somebody don't like me, or like what I say or do, don't mean I'm going to delete them. Yeah, Danny needs to get back in here, because he was actually giving a little bit of good information earlier. He was giving some good ideas on growing the channels and stuff. I mean, she likes all those type of stores. I really don't too much agree with Office Max or Staples or any of that. The way I see it, I can go to Walmart and get what I need. Yeah, well, I want one, but I can't afford it. The two mowers I want are both Toros. You know, I don't want a Z Master. I want a Titan Max. You know, I mean, it's a homeowner with property, but it's got a lot of commercial parts on it, and it'll come with a commercial warranty. And then I want the Grandstand Multi-Force. I mean, just because of what it can do. But you know, snow removal, the mulch force bucket, you know, all of that stuff. But it's just right now that's way out of my price range. But in one day I'll have one, because I mean the Multi-Force, it's a true year-round mower. I mean, you can do anything with it. Yeah, that's what I feel on that Titan Max. I mean, I've done a lot of research on it. Speed wise, I mean, it may not be the faster, but it's got some speed. It does, I think it said 11 miles an hour. And I mean, really the only difference between it and the Z Master series really is the deck. I mean, that's it. I mean, it's got the residential grade deck on it. But I mean, other than that, the mower's a beast. I mean, I watched the Dirt Monkey run one through the ringer. I mean, I've watched a lot of the YouTube videos on them. I've watched the stats on them. You know, I mean, maybe the air intake system could be a little different on it, and maybe the brake system, but the parking brake. But other than that, I mean, I love it. Well, the problem is we've only got one dealer close to where I live at, and it's actually Danny Lanier's dealer. And I mean, they don't usually have a lot of demo models for sale. I mean, you know, because the Kansas City area, I mean, I'm about an hour and a half south of Kansas City. The Kansas City area is the closest. And I mean, around here, everybody's into the big box store stuff, you know. Everybody's running with Hustlers and all of that stuff. So, I mean, the chances of finding a dealer that's got a demo unit for sale is going to be pretty much be impossible. And, you know, we planned on going out and buying new mowers last year, because, I mean, everything we've got now is used. I've got a Cub Cadet 50-inch that is just dead in the water. I mean, it almost caused my business to go belly up last year. And then I've got a used Swisher Z-Max. I mean, it's a good mower, but it's not fast. But we planned on going out and buying new mowers and everything last year. When taxes came, we're still waiting on our taxes from last year. We still have yet to see them. But I mean, yeah, the income's just not there right now to buy a new mower, because the amount of accounts we ended the season with came at the end of the season. They're not, you know, so it's going to be next year before we start just actually making decent money at it. Right now, I mean, I ended the last 2 years, the seasons have ended just barely paying the bills. I mean, maybe I'll get lucky and be like some of these other channels, and I'm not going to mention names, which, I mean, I watch them, but maybe I'll get lucky and Toro will reach out to me if I can get enough followers and views on here, and Send me one. That'd be nice. I mean, I know they've done it. A couple of the channels I watch have Toro sent them free mowers.
Oh, it's Office Max.
Yeah.
I don't have one of those here.
Well, there's one up in the city.
Office Max?
There's a Staples, there's an Office Depot, and Office Max up there.
I don't know about the Office.
I don't really believe it. I think they're all overpriced. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys. Let her entertain you.
I'm just making my coffee. Tells me to go make a pot of coffee. Well, I did. I got my coffee first. So with the check with your dealer for the demo units, I got mine. Do they mark down the demo units?
What's up?
Green had said check with your dealers for demo units. He got his with 12 hours on it, and the warranty was still on it like a new one. Yes, very marked down. Okay, definitely something I will look into.
Well, I mean, I was telling him that the only dealer that we have in our area for Toro is Danny's dealer.
No, there's one in Springfield too.
I didn't know there was a Toro dealer down there.
There's a Toro dealer in Springfield, and there's also one.
I don't remember. Danny used to run a Z Master. He actually, when I started working with him a couple of days a week at the first of this last season, had it. I actually had to use his little grandstand to pull it out of a ditch because he got it stuck. But I don't remember. I think it was a 4000, whatever it was. It had that MyRide system on it. Oh my God, I fell in love with that MyRide. That thing is just, I mean, comfort wise is unreal.
$1,000 for comfort.
But yeah, you got it. It's $1,000 for that MyRide. But then he ended up getting rid of that, and that's when he went with that big Ferris Z3X. But yeah, I know Danny's dealer. Last time we were up there, they had a
Walker, I think it was.
no, the push mower, the demo push mower.
Oh yeah.
That was no, I'm talking about the one that was for sale.
Oh.
And it was almost a $2,000 mower, a $2,000 mower, and it was a demo, and they still only came down a couple of $100 on it.
Definitely something that I will look into and shop around on. I mean, hell, if we can go all the way in the middle of nowhere to get that Cub Cadet, we can definitely drive to go get Toro.
Yeah, that Cub Cadet, that used Cub Cadet we had.
Oh, it was a nightmare.
It was an old one with a lot of hours, but we made a
3-hour drive.
3-hour round trip drive to go get it. And the only reason I bought it, when I very first started trying to do this, I had a regular Craftsman riding mower. And I mean, it's not as fast as a zero turn, but I was out trying to sell jobs, bidding jobs. And everybody kept telling me I wasn't a professional because I didn't have a zero turn. And I would try to explain to them that, look, anybody with any money or credit can go out and buy a zero turn, but not everybody knows how to use one.
I'm first-hand experience on that one.
You should have seen her when I had an ice plant here where I live at that I mowed, and it was a 5-acre mow. I had it not this last season, but the season before. And I told her, I said, you know what? I said, you want to learn how to run this thing? Come on. And I took her out there. 'Cause, I mean, it's out in the country. So I took her out there and I put her on that Cub Cadet and I said, go. And, oh my God, I think she was moving at a half a mile an hour. I said, no, come on, give that thing some gas. Go with it. And I said, you're not going to learn unless you run with it.
And then our Swisher.
Yeah. And then my Swisher C-Max, it's a big mower. Oh, yeah, she's terrified of that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Should have seen her with Danny's little 48-inch grandstand.
You really had to go there?
Yeah, he let me borrow it, and I brought that thing home. When I pulled it off the trailer and started running, she's like, "Oh yeah, no, I don't want nothing to do with it." Well, then she was out with me and Danny one day. She didn't have nothing else going on, and we were actually at one of Danny's commercial accounts, a car lot, and they've got in the bottom of the lot, they got a little field back there. It's fenced in area, so he took her and got her out there on that grandstand and turned her loose. And yeah, she was scared of it.
I think it's because of the whole bounce.
Well, the grandstand, instead of standing over the axles, you're hanging off the back of the mower, which gives it more bounce because that grandstand is bouncy. But if you get on the Ferris doesn't have all that bounce.
I get on that Ferris. I think it's too new. I ain't messing up Danny's equipment. Mm-hmm. Nope. I'd never hear the end of that.
Yeah.
On there for 2 hours and 12 minutes.
So, yeah, those are just kind of little experiences that she's had involved with my little business and the work I do.
Or the hottest day of the year.
Just whatever you do, if you hire her, don't put a weed eater in her hand. And don't let her mow around sidewalks and streets and driveways because she will fill them full of grass. I have fought with her for 2 years about the perimeter mows blowing in, and she still insists on blowing them out. And weed eaters, she'll set the head on the ground and scalp it. Yeah, she will scalp something.
But with that being said, if you don't want the grass to grow back,
she's your person.
I'm your person.
Or if you want it to grow back extremely slowly, she's your person. Because if she's got her way, you won't have to weed eat it the next probably 2 times you cut it.
They did it again.
My wife's aggravated looking out the window. She don't care who's around, who's watching, who's listening. She will start just up.
Sorry, guys. It's just been ugh.
Yeah, she had the cops over here yesterday because of the people with the houses next door. The Lowe's delivery driver sunk semi-tires through our yard because the ground here is all wet and we got big ruts out there. They say they're going to come back and fix them, but I don't see that happening.
We live on probably one of the narrowest streets in town, and they think it's okay to park like 7 cars all over it. And it's just very aggravating. Very aggravating and very much an inconvenience. And the lady next door is already got a bad taste in her mouth.
Well, got a woman that bought the property actually,
3 properties.
well, she bought. There's 3 houses on one property that butt up to the side of our property. Then she bought a house on the next street over, which butts up to the other side of our property. And it's just, she's a horrible person to deal with. She thinks that she just has the right to do whatever she wants. Our entire neighborhood's covered with trash now from working on these houses. She actually told the Lowe's delivery driver that she had our permission for him to park that semi in our yard.
I come unglued. Because, I mean, we put probably $2,000 worth of grass seed and fertilizer in our yard, and it was starting to look decent, and then all of a sudden, and she's walking right through our yard.
Well, she can only go up to that lower edge because of the shrubs.
I mean, we put a lot of time and effort and money into that yard, and I think that's one thing that just aggravated me so much is I pull up and the whole lower part of our yard was destroyed. I'll just be glad when they're done.
So, Green where did you find this contest to win that Z Master at? I want to find these kind of contests. The only contests I get in, I win gas cans. Yeah, I want to get in on one of these contests to actually win something that can actually help me grow.
Hey, that gas can help you grow.
No, you're just happy I won a gas can. Last year, gas cans are a sore subject with us.
Especially the sure cans.
Last year, let's just say I was feeling good. Some people came to the house and I decided to light a bonfire in the backyard. I was out of charcoal lighter fluid, so I grabbed a gas can. It was a full 5-gallon gas can. And the fire had went out, so I splashed some more on there. Well, when I went to walk away, I tripped over a tree root. And flames ran all up into the mouth of the gas can. I thought, okay, I'll get the cap off and it'll still be good. Well, next thing you know, gases everywhere, not good. So I had a brand new wheelbarrow, hadn't even used it yet on a job. I went and grabbed it and flipped it over the top of the fire to contain it. And so I didn't have a gas can no more. And Danny used the sure cans and I wanted one. Well, I found one at Tractor Supply. The 5-gallon gas can cost me almost $60. And I told you it was 54 before tax. And she was fit to be tired. I thought she was going to kill me over that gas can. And
so needless to say, that bonfire ended up costing about $180 because you figure there's the $100 wheelbarrow that had never been used, the $50, $60 sure can, and then whatever gas was in the gas can. I ain't never in my life heard of a $150 bonfire.
But I mean, we had actually been talking about going to the sure cans anyway because I really like the way they work. Use them at Danny's. So, I was planning on upgrading and getting some of the 2 gallons. So this way, I got one. So now I don't have to buy it. But I'll still probably get another one. And I need at least one more 5-gallon can. I need a lot of things. I'm going to buy a lot of things that she's not going to be happy about.
Just don't open them under pressure.
Yeah, they will spit at you.
Yeah, all over the back of Danny's glass.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
Danny should. Well, Danny must be back around somewhere. Yeah, Danny's around somewhere. Don't know where, but you in here, Danny? If so, speak up so we can all start picking on you.
Danny.
You know how hard it was to find the Google logo that I could put on here for a thumbnail? Oh my God, everywhere you go, Google has got their stuff protected all the way around. I finally had to do a screenshot with my phone and go through all of that, reduce it down so it'd fit.
Morning, Danny. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Sandy. No kisses. Oh,
Sorry about that. I kind of got distracted by my phone for a second.
he scrolls a lot. It's okay.
No, she scrolls really bad. You must be, are you talking about Green Up or the other guy? If you're talking about Green Up, you better be careful because he's talking about feeding you to his German Shepherds. He says, you're why I'm having all my Google problems because with all the millions you made from lawn care and YouTube, you went and bought Google. And you did it just to be a pain in my butt.
What?
She's petting the Riri dog.
Her not Riri.
She's a retard dog.
Her
That
not
dog
Riri.
That dog licks the air. If it ain't got a window or a kennel to lick, it'll just start licking the air.
Oh,
Better watch it. Someone that gets you for animal cruelty. You're on YouTube.
yeah. Okay. My dogs are far from cruel. Had animal cruelty for them. They're 12 flipping not. Hi, Danny. He says no need for me to mention names.
So, Danny, since you bought Google, give me my website back. With that $1 million a year from your YouTube channel. Pick on him for a while.
He,
Just because it's on the computer, you can still treat Danny the way you always treat him.
what?
Pick on him.
If I knew he was actually on here, I would.
Well,
He's in and out.
Well, apparently he's paid enough attention to know what we're talking about. He's responding to what we're saying. He's probably got his
Quit
earbuds
laughing at
in.
me.
He's probably got his earbuds in, and he's at the dentist's office. He's probably sitting in the lobby looking dumb.
You know, I don't do lives for the simple fact that I'm not good on camera.
Talking about his YouTube, he's lucky to make $10.
Okay. Pinocchio.
I
Not
can't.
happening.
I can't say that there's some of them guys out there that's definitely outgrossing what any of us could ever think about making. I mean, right now everybody outgrosses me that's making $1 a year because I ain't got nothing on here. Yeah, next year, Danny, I'm gonna be so big. I'm gonna have you down here working for me. What do you think about that? You ain't gonna be able to work, but for you ain't gonna have time to work on your stuff up there.
Who don't do anything? Because I know you ain't talking about me, Danny.
Yeah, thanks, Phil. Yeah, I started following Phil's here a while back. I've actually was in one of his live New Year's Eve chat, but my connection was lagging really bad, so I quit talking in there.
That one I was sick of being a crab.
Yeah, and then she was being, yeah. All you do is stay on YouTube. Why don't you get off there? Do this, do that.
Challenge accepted.
Well, Danny, if I don't get my Google page back, you will beat me. I may have to come back and go back to work for you. But if I get my Google page back, I'm gonna explode next year.
That means I may have to bill a Danny 2 days out of the week.
Oh, if I end up having to shut my stuff down and go back to work for him to make a living, I'm gonna tell him to promote it. Get bigger. No, I'm just telling him to get bigger so we can work more than 2 to 3 days a week.
Means I'll have to see you every day of the week.
Yeah, Phil's, I was actually, the other day, he was going out to do snow removal, doing a live video while he was driving down the road going to one of his customers. And yeah, they had a lot of snow up there. I mean, it for us, it's a lot of snow. He probably just thought it wasn't nothing, but I was following him on that feed, and I watched a few of his videos.
I gotta go start.
See, I told you. We will go full time. Come on back. Well, that's going to depend on whether my business tanks next year. If I get my Google My Business back, yeah, you won't be seeing me like that.
You'll still see us, just not all the time.
Yeah, we're looking at, I think it's between like 4 and, is it 2 and 3 inches?
Mm-hmm.
Danny was saying up there that the closer to Kansas City, they've added, or where he's at, they've added like another inch to the forecast.
Well, let me make it 3 to 4.
Yeah, Danny was being so lazy when it snowed the other day. He was wanting me to drive 45 minutes to come up there and clean his driveway for him.
That would have been a hefty bill, Danny.
Oh, he went all tightwad on me. He's like, you know, he asked me what I charged, and I told him what my prices were. And I said, you got a 3-car driveway. I said, so
That's $120.
I said, then you got the travel. And he's like, well, I got my own rock salt. I said, now I'm going to charge you a fortune to put that down.
Yep.
That tightwad ain't coming off of nothing. He wanted me to use his rock salt, his ice melt, so he could save money. I told him, I said, you pick me up a few of your neighbors' yards, and I might drive up, or a few of your neighbors' drives, and I might drive up there and do it.
Hey, we might be able to go down the street.
No, at that time, it had the semi parked in the driveway.
Oh, yeah.
And it's probably going to be there on this next, when we get snow tomorrow. Yeah, he picked me up a few snow removal customers up there to make it worth my drive. I might do his for free.
Don't break your fingers trying to find them.
Danny's probably over there contacting all his customers now. Hey, you want snow removal?
Is it supposed to snow tonight?
Supposed to, I think, start early in the morning, like it did the last time. Probably.
Taking 7 to 71.
Oh no, we're going B Highway.
The hell we are.
Yeah, we're going. You love B Highway
Then
so
I ain't
much.
going.
That's
You go
where
all by
we're going.
yourself. I ain't going. Mm-mm. The road he's talking about, guys, is like a snake made it.
It's unlevel. It's twisty, windy, hilly. Oh yeah, very first time I drove on that blacktop, I was nervous, and then it became a regular thing to me to drive on it. But when she gets in the truck with me and we get on that road, she goes straight to her phone.
And don't try to situate on hills because you will go through the ceiling.
She gets mad at me now because I drive it at 60 and 70.
You're hard pressed to get me to go over 55.
Yeah, Phil. Not sure if plans are going to change or not, but I think later Danny's talking about me and him going on his channel and doing a live. Maybe a little bit more entertaining than this one. I'm a pretty boring person. You know, Danny can keep us all entertained. I'm going to catch me a couple of crickets and take them with me and turn them up there tomorrow and turn them loose in his garage, and then get him to do another live video chasing crickets.
Oh, the leaf blower will get used.
The leaf blower, the air compressor, everything will get used. I don't know. He's got that assault rifle now. He may start trying to shoot him with his assault gun. Did you make more coffee?
Yeah.
All right. I shall return. She made coffee.
Oh.
Oh.
As Danny says, stand by.
Talk.
I don't want to talk.
Or as Danny says, true statement.
You know, Danny, you say they can keep the snow. But honestly, we haven't had hardly any snow. So a little bit's not going to hurt. And remember, we're in Missouri, where Mother Nature is very bipolar.
Oh.
I have been talking. Shut up. But you're going to keep talking because guess what? I'm leaving. Like the house.
Where are you going?
To the pharmacy.
You better check the air in that tire.
No shit, shut up.
Check that battery over there with you. All right, guys, it looks like it's just me. She says she's leaving. So now there's absolutely no entertainment. Have any of you guys had any experience with that vidIQ program for YouTube videos? Because I actually just got into it last night. Not for sure exactly what it's going to do for my channel and my videos, but it was only $10 for the cheapest program. Figure I can afford $10 a month for a couple of months, see if it works out or not, and worth it upgrading. Wish I knew how to throw it in here. I'd throw Danny's wipe on, wipe off video in here. Something to break it up. I don't know how to throw anything in here. I have to get Danny to show me how to do all that.
Oh.
Yeah, I got to get Danny to show me how to throw little clips and stuff in here. You know, like how he does his little wipe on, wipe off, and his little dance videos and all of that stuff. Yeah, I've been trying a few little new things to try to promote my channel a little. I tried this shorts thing, the video shorts. I mean, they're getting views, but they don't count towards my viewing hours on my who knows when it's going to end journey to monetization, but I don't know how long that'll take. But I mean, hey, it might help get some traffic to my channel. That's my hopes and goals. Get some traffic and maybe a few subscriptions out of it. Have any of you guys done the shorts and had experience with them and seen any benefit from them? Okay, well, says we got a couple of people in here, but apparently it must have been muted because nobody's saying anything. But I mean, it's all good. I didn't really expect for a lot from this video anyway. I mean, I did it just to give me a way to rant and rave. Oh, rant, not rave. I mean, I guess I have done some raving about Danny, although he don't deserve it. I don't know why anybody talk good about that guy. I mean, everybody knows his videos are all green screen, and that Harley Davidson behind him ain't nothing but a cutout. It's a cutout standing there. It ain't even a real bike. You get him to teach me them green screen tactics to get the viewers and all that. We got to get Danny to teach us how to green screen.
Oh, okay.
You know, all his videos are done that way. That man don't really do no work.
What was that?
The old cable off the routers and stuff, he replaced it last night when he was here working on everything. Oh, okay, we're losing viewers.
Jump on my phone.
Yeah, because I need to plug this back in. You said you were getting ready to leave, so I figured you would plug it into the truck. But we got someone else joined the chat. Fair warning, whoever y'all is pretty boring. I'm not an exciting person. But thanks for coming and visiting.
And the entertainment's leaving.
Yeah, she's leaving. That's the entertainment. Her picking on Danny when he's in it, when he's in the chat briefly. Whoever it was just left. They didn't stick around.
Oh, that sucks.
There's a tiny text message.
There's a tiny text message. I guess we do the whole peanut thing.
Huh?
So I guess we do the whole peanut thing.
What are you talking about?
Pissing you off the fire. What do you want? Huh? What do you want? Quiet. Quiet. I can kiss you. You can't kiss me. No.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Dumb dog. away like me today.
Yeah, okay, guys. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and end this. It's been almost 3 hours, and I've probably bored y'all enough. Maybe I'll hear from Danny, and we're going to do a live stream on him. I'm a little bit entertainment with somebody else. I mean, Danny can keep me going. Maybe I can keep him going. Maybe I can get him to give you guys some good info about something. Who knows? Until next then, please like, subscribe, and share. C. Van Lonk here. Have a nice day.
Bye.